These are 7 steps. It's not a blueprint, it's not the rule book. I've used it and I know people who've used it and it works. And you can apply this if you really want to give something back. Hi, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, welcome. On this channel, I talk about issues relating to the African diaspora, giving back to Africa in the areas of health and education. I also do random vlogs about the beautiful landscapes in Africa, particularly Ghana, because that's where I come from. I also sometimes share my experience of flying, and if you're an African diaspora and you intend to give back, there's a lot of flying involved, and that is a story for another day. Today's video is kind of, I would say, probably compelled to do this video, or maybe compel is not the right word, but I felt the need to do a follow-up video to a short that I did on calling all Ghanaian diaspora nurses, and I think some of the intention or the rationale for doing the video was lost to some, because I had some comments. People think that I was saying that they should go back to Ghana. No, that is far from it. Before I continue, I would like to say that giving back, or going back to Ghana to help, or in whichever way you want to support the healthcare system or the education system, it's not for everybody. And I'm certainly not telling everybody to go and do something. But I know that having been involved in giving back or various programs since 2006, I've met different people, and I've met people across all disciplines. And I'm aware that there are people who are keen, wanting to really give back, give something back to Ghana. So as I said in one of my shorts video, it is for those who've been abroad, who've worked many years, gained skills, gained experience. They've lived their life, they've done everything, they've worked the system, they know how it works, they've enjoyed all the benefits, and they think that, okay, there must be something more to life. So they have the passion to give something back to society. So these are the people that I'm talking about. So with respect, if there's somebody who's just come, you're a nurse, you've just come to the UK, you are finding your feet, how to work and how to fit into the society, making sure you are settled in, this message is not for you. Because even if I was in the same situation, the least thing that will be on my mind would be to go back and do something. So it's not for everybody. Having said that, for those who would like to give something back, and when I say give back, I mean there's so many different ways you can give back. I mean, giving back doesn't mean that you need to uproot yourself, your family, and go and live in Ghana to do that. There are people who want to go back and settle, and I doff my hat off for them. They've gone back, they are doing well. It hasn't been easy, they've gone through challenges, but they are pressing on and they are making impact. So those people are there. And then another way you can give back is you can be here and you can give back, whether through going for short periods, whether doing something online, training people online, talking to people, mentoring people, or even just giving back in terms of contributing equipment. Most of us work in hospitals or institutions where we have equipment being given away that it can be usable, and I tell you, this helps a lot, especially where they lack basic equipment. So there are different ways of giving back. If you are in the diaspora and you're thinking that, oh, I want to contribute to the system back home to ensure that patient care is improved, or my colleague nurses are well equipped to do their job. These are 7 steps. It's not a blueprint, it's not the rule book. I've used it and I know people who've used it and it works. And you can apply this if you really want to give something back to the healthcare system. So number 1 is very basic. Know your stuff. Know what you can offer. What's your area of specialty? Number 2, do your research. What is happening in that particular specialty in Ghana? You can Google information about that area. You can talk to people who are in that area, and that leads me to the next one. Build connections. And in these days of social media, there's so many ways you can connect with people, and the best platform is LinkedIn. Sign on to LinkedIn, and sometimes I'm amazed. Sometimes I come into contact with people and I go and check LinkedIn and they are not there. I'm not saying LinkedIn is all in all, but when I started using LinkedIn, the connections that I've made, there are people that I've never seen them face to face, but I've been able to talk to them, build meaningful relationships, shared experiences. 1 or 2 of them have gone on to meet personally, on face to face. But the things I've done on LinkedIn, whereby I haven't seen the people face to face, it's amazing. So it's a good platform. And don't just sign on LinkedIn, but participate, be active, post your experience, share your experience, contribute to discussions. You don't have to wait for somebody to connect. Look for people and connect people that are in your field, and also connect with people that are not in your field per se, but different fields. It will amaze you how much you will learn from other fields as well. Number 4, build bridges back home. Take steps, act, send an email. You can request for telephone numbers when it's appropriate. WhatsApp, email, telephone calls. Use all media to chat, discuss what are the issues down there. And sometimes it may be that you may have to, speak or reach out to strangers that you haven't spoken to before or you haven't interacted with before. But you have to do that, because that's the only way you will network and you will know what's happening and you can get people on board. And number 5, once you found out what is needed there, your action should be based on the need there. Because there's no point sitting here, whatever specialty you are in, and designing, thinking, I think this area is an area that needs improvement in Ghana. You sit here and decide. But boy, when you get down there, you will realize that there's something else that is their priority. Always check out what is needed on the ground. Once you've identified what the need is on the ground, then you will be meeting a need, solving a problem, or providing a solution. So don't forget about that. Number 6, once you have all these things you want to do, please write it down. Write what the problem is. Write what you want to go achieve, the aim, the goal. Write how you're going to achieve them. What is the time frame? When do you plan to go? What are the resources needed? Can you afford them? Would you need support from other people, human, resource, or, financial or funding? And also, how are you going to monitor or keep in touch in terms of what you want to do, what the impact will be, or how you will know that it's making an impact? So you write all these things down. I remember in 2005 September, when I had this burden to give back, take it more seriously, I wrote everything down. I stopped whatever I was doing, grabbed a pen and paper, wrote it down, what the issue that I wanted to do after having done all my research, how I was going to do it, the action plan. And you know, when it's there, it's written down and you see it, it motivates you to work on it. As the Bible says, write the vision and make it plain. You see it, that will remind you of what you want to achieve and how you're going to do it. Last and not the least, share your experience with others. I mean, there's so many areas, there's so many avenues that you can share your experience, whether with your friends, word of mouth, your colleagues at work, via email, on your social media, you know, wherever you have LinkedIn, share your experience with, and that is where you attract more collaborations, where you find like-minded people who can work together with you and also bring ideas. We all know that it's always good to collaborate and do things together because it has greater impact. So these are my 7 steps or 7 suggestions that you can adopt if you want to give back. If there's anything that I've forgotten or haven't added it, kindly let me know in the comment section. I hope these steps will be beneficial to someone. Thank you so much for listening, and until I see you in the next one, take care. Don't forget to subscribe and share the video. Thank you. Bye.